Gels. Love them, hate them, or just tolerate them. We all know that they are our best friends, especially during race day, because they can be a difference between you either hitting their PB or hitting a wall at 35 kilometers. So today, I will be ranking 6 of South Africa's most popular running gels and crowning the king of all running gels in South Africa. So let's get into it. First up, we have the High Five Energy Gel, which is in the flavor Apple. This little bad boy weighs 40 grams, packs in 23 grams of carbs, and is priced at $42.99. So we're gonna do a little taste test to see how does it taste? Is it easy for me to open, and is it really worth 42 rand? You can already see the packaging. It has a little thing at the top there that you can actually break off with your teeth. I'm gonna try to break it off with my teeth because that's what you would do during a race. I don't know if you guys open your race packs like that. So let's see. It's a little bit easy to break off. It's not too bad. Yeah, I don't think you'd be struggling that much, especially because of this here. So yeah, I'm gonna pour it into a glass just to see the texture of it. You can already see that it is very watery. You can see that it's very watery. Very, very watery. So, I mean, look at that. Look at that. It smells like apples. It really smells like apples. So I'm gonna grab a teaspoon. So, for the initial taste test, so I just want to rank it in terms of taste. Let's see how it actually tastes. So it is a little bit sweet, but it's like a watered down version of an apple flavor. So I would give this taste a 7. So I'm gonna record this on my laptop here so I don't forget. So this is literally my live reaction to this. So I'd give it a 7. I think the texture is quite nice and it's not too thick. If you think about some of the other gels that I've had, they're quite thick. So this one is actually very, very, very watered down. So the only thing that I would worry about is if I'm running if I'm running at a high speed, and if you do that, if you tear it off, there's a high chance that it's gonna probably spill on you and then you look and feel all sticky. So, which would not be great, but I would give the texture a 6 out of 10. And then in terms of ease of use, I think this comes in at, I'd give it an 8. It was actually quite easy to break off, so definitely I think it's deserving of an 8. So we have ranked the gel in terms of the taste, the texture, ease of use, and now for the last two. So weight. So this gel comes in at 40 grams, which is not too heavy, honestly, if you think about most gels in the market. I think it's not too heavy, it's also not too light. So I would definitely give that a 7 out of 10. And then if we look at the price of the gel, I like to look at more in terms of how much carbs is the gel actually giving you. So if we look at this gel, you get 23 grams of carbs out of it, which is not too bad. So if you're probably doing like a high intensity marathon, you're trying to really push, and they say you need to get 60 grams of carbs, they're probably going to need to take a little bit more than one gel. So you can maybe have that as a consideration. But in terms of the price, 43 rand for 23 grams of carbs, I think it's not too bad, honestly. It's not too bad. So I would give it a 7 in terms of the price. It's not the most price-friendly gel in the market. There's definitely much more cheaper gels in the market. And yeah, and we will go through the rest. So yeah, definitely coming in at a 7 from a price point. Cool. Awesome. So that's it for the High Five gel. Up next, we have a local baddie, the 32 GI High Intensity Gel, coming in at a flavor blood orange, weighing 27 grams, which is actually quite light if you think about it, and packs in 21 grams of carbs. So let's try it out and see whether this baby is actually like worth a bang for your buck. So this gel actually comes in at $33.99, which is the cheapest that we've seen so far. So let's try it out. I know some people who run the Comrades Marathon would use this gel because it's also one of the sponsors for the Comrades Marathon. If you're thinking of doing a Comrades Marathon, they do hand out 32 GI gels, so definitely something that you want to consider. So yeah, let's try it out. I think the first thing that we're going to look at is ease of use. So in order for you to actually use the gel, they tell you that you need to snap it over there. So you need to snap it. It has a little opening here at the back, which I remember the first time I used the gel, I was not sure how to open it because most of the gels I've seen, you have to open and tear with your mouth. So this gel was definitely so different that you had to snap it. So yeah, let's see how it actually works out. And yeah, I'm gonna try and snap it in front of you. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay, look at that. You can see that. Ooh, okay, I'm spilling on the, oh, okay. I'm gonna try and spill it into the glass. Oh, it is also a lot thicker than the high five, but I can also see how this might be easier to use during race day. Oh, ooh. Oh my word, yeah. This is actually, it's so much, it's stronger. It's so strong. It definitely leaves an aftertaste in your mouth. And it's so much thicker. You definitely need water with this. I need some water. I don't know. I feel like although it is easy to use, you literally just snap it open. The only issue I would have with it during race day is the fact that it's gonna get sticky because you can already see it already spilled on there. Next thing now, my hands are already sticky and I don't want to be running with sticky hands, honestly. And it's quite thick. So in terms of, let's rate it in terms of the taste. So for taste, I will be giving it, I'm not a fan of this blood orange, honestly. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm really not a fan of the taste. The texture is a little bit thicker, which I can see how that would help if you're trying to run and you don't want things all throwing up all over you. But at the same time, I just feel like for me, it's too thick. You definitely need water to go down with this. So I will give it a 7. And in terms of ease of use, I will give it a 7. Definitely 7. I think it is good. The only issue I have with it is that it's gonna spill over, definitely, unless you have to snap it in and already put it in your mouth like that. I don't know if maybe I'm not doing it right, but I just feel like it's gonna get sticky and my hands are gonna get sticky because now all of a sudden I have to touch the gel like I'm doing right now. So I will give that a 7. Then coming in at the weight, 27 grams. I think this is actually quite decent, honestly. You can carry quite a lot of these on when you're doing a marathon and I think you'll hardly feel them. So definitely the weight makes so much sense. And I think because it also packs in 21 grams of carbs, I mean, yeah, it makes sense given the weight. So I am definitely gonna give the weight a 9 out of 10. First 9 we've had so far. From a pricing perspective, I look at it more from how many carbs are you getting for the price that you're buying. And I think at the price, it definitely makes so much sense. It's definitely worth a bang for your buck. So 34 rands for this 21 grams of carbs, I think makes sense. So definitely will give it a 9 in terms of pricing. Cool. Then we are at a total of 38. So yeah, that is it for the 32 GI. Yeah, so look at this. The texture is so thick. Like it's hardly moving. It's literally hardly moving. So interesting. So interesting. I do know a lot of people that I know actually use 32 GI. I had an issue with it because of how thick it was and you need water. So for me, I never used to go for 32 GI, but I definitely think the taste is not that bad, and the texture, if they made it a little bit watery, a little bit, it's a little bit too thick for my liking. But yeah, I mean, different stroke for different folks. So I mean, like, if you like it, definitely let me know. Are you a 32 GI person, and what's your favorite flavors? Maybe I can try out the different 32 GI flavors. And yeah, let's move on to the next contestant. Our next contestant is the Name Sport Gel, and it comes in at 25 grams, which is the lowest weight we've seen so far. So definitely the lowest weight we've seen so far. And it packs in 15 grams of carbs, which is also lower than we've seen so far. Most of the ones we've seen have been 21, 23. And yeah, this costs you $39.99. So let's see it. Let's try it and see, is it worth a bang for your buck? And yeah, I am gonna open it. It looks like they have a little nozzle here that you're supposed to use it with. I'm not sure, hey? Let's see. I think you're meant to tear this. Oh, you're actually meant to tear it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. It is actually easy to tear. Tear to open. Oh, it is quite easy. That was actually quite easy. Definitely gonna give that a 9 out of 10, honestly. Ease of use, and I think you can actually, it has a little straw thing there that you can literally sip with, which is quite interesting. And this is, it's an orange flavor. So, I like it. I genuinely like it. It's a very watery texture. I like it. I actually really like this. I am surprised. This is actually, it tastes quite good. It's so orangey. It feels like I'm drinking vitamin C. I love vitamin C. It's like crushed oranges. It's so good. It's definitely good. I'm gonna give this an 8. I'm definitely giving this an 8. Texture-wise, I think given the packaging, it is quite watery. I'm gonna try and pour it into the cup. You will see that it is quite watery, and it's so watery. Like, it's literally so watery. But I guess it makes sense because of the way you would actually use it. So if I had to open it over here, it wouldn't be that great. So with the straw, I think it makes it easier that you can actually sip it, and it would be easier for you to pull without having to use a lot of your energy as well. So, I like this. It is a little bit, tiny bit sweet, but it's not too harsh. I actually am enjoying it. I think the texture makes sense. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for the texture. And then the ease of use as well is going to be at an 8, because I think this makes sense. Once you tear it off, it makes sense. It's easier to tear off, and then for you to actually be having it. So I can imagine running. And you can actually squeeze it. Cool. Actually, that makes sense. Cool. No, that's great. No, I enjoy this. This was good. Gosh, I even finished it. Okay, let's talk weight. So weight, it comes in at 25 grams, which I think I would be expecting a little bit more carbs if you're giving me something that's 25 grams. Honestly, it's definitely going to be light. I can definitely carry quite a lot of these. Now, if you think if you're trying to get in at least 60 grams of carbs per hour, imagine how many you have to get. So I don't think, from a weight perspective, also looking at the carbs, I don't think I would be quite happy with that, because that means that I would have to carry a lot more. Also, given the fact that with 32 GI, there was 27 grams of carbs versus this, which is just 25. So, I mean, 27 grams. 27 grams versus this, which is 25 grams, which, yeah, for 15 grams, I don't know. I'm not a fan. So I'm gonna give that a 4 in terms of the weight, because I think it doesn't make sense. And then price-wise as well, $39.99 for 15 grams of carbs. I don't know. I just feel like they could do with giving us a little bit more carbs in this. So definitely think we could definitely use a little bit more carbs in this. I just want to see what else they have in here. I think what's great about the gel is that they actually have multi-dextrin, and it also has, which is quite good for absorption, slow release as well. So it also has fructose, ribose, which is good. It's gluten-free, and yeah, if you are a person who's gluten intolerant, then it definitely will be something for you to consider. So yeah, but I think for me, in terms of the price, I think they could give us a little bit more, honestly. At 39 rands, we could get a little bit more, but I think overall, good taste, good texture. It makes sense. Ease of use is very good. It's so much easier to tear off during a race. I don't know if you're going to be tearing off like this or you're going to be with your mouth. I usually am a mouth tearer, so let me know in the comments how you tear off your gels. And yeah, definitely, I think I definitely will think I'm going to try one of these. The only thing for me is like the carbs. It's too low on carbs. That means I would need to carry a lot more. So yeah, in terms of like what I would rate it at in terms of price, I think I would give it a 5 because yeah, they could give us a little bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. And then we have Named Sport. Try it. I know they're really going out there and really pushing the product quite a lot. Try out the products that they would have. I know they go to Waterfall as well, and they also promoting the product, so reach out to the right people. I didn't really do that much research on it. I'm just ranking these based on what you can get and what you can see. And yeah, so we're gonna try the next gel. Let's do this. Okay, our next gel is the Goo gel. It comes in the mandarin orange flavor and weighs 32 grams. Now, Goo is the OGs of OGs of OGs in the running gel space. So I want to try it. Let's see how it tastes. Let's see the ease of use. Let's see the texture and look at the weight versus price. And yeah, so if you look at this, they give you a little thing there at the top, and I think it's meant for you to actually break it off. I don't know. It just feels like it's a lot already. I don't know. If I try and maybe I'm not doing it right. Okay, maybe I'll open it with my hands, but if you try and open it with your hands, it's not too bad, I guess. But I don't know. I wasn't a fan of that. Okay, so let's try taste. Oh, I haven't even tasted all of it, but I can already feel the texture. Goo is so thick. Guys, how do you guys do this? Oh, no. You need to water it down. You need to water it. You can't have this on its own. Oh my word. Oh, hectic. Okay, I'm gonna pour it into the glass so that, oh, look at that. That is so much thicker. It is definitely so thick. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, wow. It is so thick. Oh my God. Yeah, look at that. It's hardly moving. It is like insanely thick. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna try it again. Oh. It's too thick. It is violently thick. But the orange taste is not that bad. but I just feel like the thickness of it is just so overpowering that I can imagine when I'm like 35 kilometers into a race and I am dying and I just need to chuck down that last gel. I would be fighting for my life trying to have this, honestly. I would genuinely just be fighting for my life just trying to have this. It is so crazy. It is literally insanely thick. So, but the orange is not that bad, but it's, yeah, I just feel like it's too thick. Oh, no, I can't. I can't. Like, I think this is meant for a specific type of people. If you use goo let me know in the comments. Like, if you use goo, let me know in the comments. How do you deal with the thickness? I tried it back in the day. Even now, I just feel like the thickness is so overpowering. It's genuinely insanely overpowering. So I'm really struggling with it. You can really see on there, like it's hardly moving. Like, let me try it with a teaspoon. I just want to show you. Okay. That had another gel. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy. No. Now, let's give it a rating. I think in terms of the taste, I am gonna give it... I'm gonna give it a 5, honestly. I'm not a... Okay, no. Okay, let me not lie. The taste is not bad. The taste is not bad. I will give it a 7. No, I'll give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. And then the texture, I hate it. Definitely going in at a 5. I'm not a fan. I am genuinely not a fan of this. Then in terms of ease of use, I don't think it's very hard to... I just feel like... I don't think it's hard to tear off, but I just feel like they could have done something better. Because when I try to... I'm a person who breaks it off with my mouth, and if I did that, I usually use my teeth. And it does not really something to help you do it. It just feels a little bit harder to break off with your teeth. I even had to do it with my hand. So I don't know, I'm gonna give it a 5 for ease of use. And then in terms of weight, I think 32 grams, not too heavy. It's also not the lightest gel that you've come across. So given the amount of carbs that it has, let's see, how many carbs does it have again? It packs in 23 grams of carbs, which is not too bad, honestly, for 32 grams of weight. So, I mean, I'm gonna give this a 7 in terms of weight. It's not too bad. It's not too heavy. I don't see this being an issue carrying like on a longer race. From a pricing point, the gel comes in at $37.99, which is honestly not bad. I think for my pricing, I would give it definitely an 8. I think it's not too bad given you get 23 grams of carbs in there. And yeah, so that is the goo gel. Then we are going to move on to our next baby. Let's do this. Oh, it's violent. Our next contestant is the SIS isotonic gel, coming in at the flavor tropical. Now, I may be a little bit biased because, I mean, I've been using SIS from the beginning. So when I started running, I did some research and everybody was like, oh, SIS is definitely the gel to go for. But I am going to try and be as unbiased as possible, but I definitely really do enjoy this gel. So this gel is an isotonic gel, which means that it is a gel that you do not need water for. So if they pull a two oceans way at some point during the race, there's no water. You run out of water during the race. You know that you can still take your gel without you having any gastrointestinal issues. So definitely, I think that's one of the plus sides of this gel. It comes in at 60 grams, so which is the highest weight we've had so far. Definitely 60 grams is definitely the highest weight we've had so far, and has 22 grams of carbs. So yeah, let's try it and we're gonna rank it. And yeah, I'm gonna try and be as unbiased as possible. So let's try and open it. So if you look at it, it has this shape at the top here where you have to open it. So you're basically supposed to tear it off over here, which I'm not really a fan of. I've always had an issue with SIS. So instead of, I've tried doing it over here during a race. Sometimes it really doesn't work out. So yeah, no. Definitely getting minus points for that. Already look, it's at the back here. It's already spilled. But yeah, no. I'm gonna try to open it properly. Yeah, no. Disappointing. Okay, we're gonna do a little taste test. So this comes in a flavor tropical. It's very orangey, very fruity, which I actually like. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. That's not bad. I actually like this, and the fact that the texture as well is very. It goes on your mouth so easily. Like definitely, I do not need water for this. I can literally just grab it out of my pocket and just. The only thing is that the opening is not the best. So it's definitely easy to use. Definitely so much easy to use. So let's see in terms of the texture how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna try and, oh, look at that. And it's so clear. It's like a very clear color. You see how watery it is. So watery. Yeah, definitely makes sense. I think the consistency, it's not too thick. It's also not too watery. I think it comes in at the right consistency. So from a texture perspective, I definitely like it. Taste as well. I think that it definitely makes so much sense. So let's rate it on those three matrix. So taste, I would give it an 8. It definitely is not overpowering. Tastes nice. It's a very fruity taste. I definitely like it. Then texture as well. I think texture, I'm going to give it a 7. And it's not, I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's not too bad. I think also given that it's an isotonic gel, you can actually use it easily on your runs. You don't need water. Definitely, I think comes in as a plus there. Then in terms of ease of use, no. Like, I'm an SIS girl through and through, but this is not it. Like, honestly, I'm gonna rate them down. It's a 3 out of 10 for me because honestly, I had to do it multiple times. Even when I did it now, you can see that I really struggled. So definitely not gonna work out for me. Then coming in at the weight, I think weight-wise, definitely also doesn't really pack in a punch because 60 milligrams and you're only getting 22 grams of carbs is a little bit mad, honestly. I think it's a little bit mad, but I think I'm gonna give it a 7. And the reason I say that is because it's an isotonic gel and it packs in that convenience. So for me, it's really the fact that I don't have to worry if I miss a water table. So I know that I can actually grab this and go. So I'm gonna give it a 7. So from a price point, it is priced at $46.99, which is a little bit steep if you ask me. It's quite steep for 22 grams of carbs, honestly, but I guess you're paying for the fact that this is an isotonic gel and it's literally the world's first isotonic gel. So, I mean, I guess you're paying for convenience, right? And yeah. I think from a pricing point of view, I'm definitely going to give it I'll give it a 7 because I mean, you're paying for convenience. So yeah, cool. Then we have one last contestant on the table. And this baby is not a very famous and popular hun. I've seen quite a few influencers in the running space use it. I think most of them were like sponsored. So I saw it and I was like, you know what? I actually want to try it and see what it actually tastes like. Is it worth a bang for your buck? So should you use it or should you not be influenced? And I am going to be very practical and impartial, and let's see whether you should get this gel. Okay, our last contestant for today is the 22-6er isotonic gel, which is coming in the flavor watermelon. Very good. It is 22 grams of carbs, and what's different about this gel compared to the rest of the other gels, most of the gels I've reviewed are made with maltodextrin. This one is actually made with cyclodextrin, which is quite different. So, I mean, very different. So, cyclodextrin provides steadier, less erratic supply of energy when compared to maltodextrin. This is especially beneficial in long duration endurance. So, I mean, already that might be a good thing. I don't know. I also read somewhere that it also is a little bit easier on the stomach. So, I mean, the thing about these gels as well is that what works for me could not work for you. So it's all about training your gut as well. So let's go into it. So in terms of the weight, this comes in at 68 grams, which is the most we've had so far. Definitely the most we've had so far. The heaviest we've had so far. You can see this baby is very thick, so I can imagine having to carry all 13 of these during a race. And it comes in with 22 grams of carbs, which I am actually shocked, honestly. I would have thought that they would pack in a little bit more in this gel than 22 grams of carbs. So let's see how you would open it. We're gonna try and open it and do a taste test. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. Like, I don't think it opens well. I think the packaging was meant that it's supposed to open well, but it doesn't really look like it really opens quite well. So, which is quite tricky. Yeah, and then we'll do a taste test. It's not bad. The watermelon is really not bad. Ah. That's interesting. It's not very strong. Like, it's a very watery consistency, and I just want to pour it into a glass so that you can actually see what it looks like. It's a very watery consistency. Definitely a lot more watery.
Is that a word? Waterier
than the SIS gel. So let's try it. Look at that. Ooh. It's like I'm pouring apple juice. So look at that. Yeah, it's definitely a lot waterier. It's waterier. I don't know if that's a word, but anyway, it's definitely, the consistency is more. I feel like I could drink this. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So we're gonna rate it and see how this is gonna rank up against the other gels. Okay, in terms of taste, I think I did quite like the watermelon taste, so I am gonna give that a 7.5. Not a huge fan of watermelon, but I think it was quite a good taste. Then we have the 7.5. Let's do this. Okay. Then we have the texture. I think the texture makes sense given that it's an isotonic gel as well, so I'm gonna rank that at a 7. It is a little bit too watery, actually. I'm gonna give it a 6. A little bit too watery. I feel like if I opened it, and I did have that experience, if I opened it too fast, I could probably spill something on myself, so definitely not. Ease of use, no. Goes in the same bucket with SIS, so they need to do better there. Weight-wise, 68 grams compared to 22 grams of carbs. I would expect more, but I guess also similar to SIS, they also looking at this as an isotonic gel. So I mean, like, you get a little bit more for that weight. So it just feels to me that you're gonna be carrying a lot, especially given that you're only getting 22 grams of carbs from that. So yeah, we're gonna do this as, I'm gonna give this a 6 because it was like 68. Okay, cool. And then price point wise, you will not believe how much this thing costs, guys. I looked at it and I was like, no, for 22 grams of carbs, get out. Like literally get out the front door, because it was, I am still shook. I am still shaking in my boots. This came in at $89.99. 89 is crazy for a gel that has 22 grams of carbs. Honestly, for me, it just, I have paid 89 rands for a gel, and I will bring it up. I didn't want to include it in this series because it didn't feel fair, because the way it's made is totally different. And I understand that this 22, oh look, it's even spilling all over the thingy. This 22-6er, they definitely, they have other gels that have a maltodextrin to fructose ratio, so, which is good, right? But I just feel like for 22 grams of carbs, they do have other gels that have more carbs, but 89 for this one, even an isotonic gel, no. I would have expected it to be around the 60 rands, 50 something, 46, similar to SIS. I will show you the gel that I'm talking about. So I got this gel. This is the SIS Beta Fuel gel, and it costs me a little bit, probably 89 or 90 bucks. But this packs in 40 grams of carbs, and we'll include this in the next series when we look at them, Mortine, and all those other interesting other gels that you can get in the market. But 89 is crazy. There you have it, my people. I just think, yeah, for me, 89, the price point really is what pushed me away, honestly. I think this gel tastes great. They have really good potential. I just think the price point, maybe it's because it's an international brand and the taxes on it is a little bit heavier, but I just think at 89 rands, it's just not, it's not doing it for me. I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 10 for me. So we are gonna be ranking these and seeing who is number 1 and who is coming out last. Cool. Give me 1 second as I tally the results. I'm going to play elevator music as I tally the results. So yeah, enjoy the elevator music. I have tallied the scores and I think we have a winner. So we're going to take it from the bottom and see who's coming in last and who is the king of all running gels. So coming in at number 6 is 226er, which I think honestly all around good gel. For me, it's just, yeah, the price point was a little bit of a turn-off, honestly. The price point was a little bit of a turn-off. It was, yeah, it was a little bit of a turn-off. So, I mean, it's a good gel. If you have a little bit more buck to play around with, I think definitely go try it out. They do have other ranges of gels, the gel types that have more carbs, which I saw were kind of about the same region. So maybe if you guys want me to check those out, I will actually be willing to actually check them out and see if we can compare them against some of the other gels that have higher carb range. Coming in at number 5, we have the Goo gel. And honestly, for me, it was really the thickness of it. Like, the taste is not bad, but the thickness of the gel is so overpowering that I cannot imagine myself chucking this down 35 kilometers into a race, let alone Comrades being at, like, let's say 80 Ks and trying to chuck this down. And we all know that carbs are so important. So if you're a person who's able to handle all of that, maybe this might be the gel for you. So definitely give it a try. I think the Mandarin Orange was actually quite a great taste. The price point is coming in, it was okay. It was okay for what they gave us. But I mean, for me, it was really the texture that turned me off. Cool. Then coming in at number 4. I am surprised that this girly is at number 4, but okay. It looks like I was practical, but I think the biggest thing that set them back was the fact that it's so difficult to open. So I mean, trying to open that during a race where you're 35 kilometers in, 32, it's a lot of energy to use. So I think they really need to work on that packaging and how easy it is to actually open. But all around, love the gel. It is such a great gel, especially if you know that I'm gonna go for a run and I probably won't be having some water. Definitely such a user-friendly gel. And I think also, given that we all know that there's been issues with some races running out of water for people that run mostly at the back, right? So, I mean, if you really don't want to have to worry about having to miss out at the water stations, missing out on water, or you also just want to run fast and you just want to grab and you don't want to grab a cup and go, this is a gel for you. SIS, absolutely love the gel, so shout out to them. Then coming in at number 3 is Named Sport, which I am also quite surprised that it surpassed SIS because I'm an SIS girly, but I was doing this off the bat, so this is literally my first live reaction, honestly. So it was really quite a tie, almost very close to SIS, like literally 0.5 difference between them and the SIS gel. So definitely actually like the gel. I just wish that they could give us a little bit more in terms of carbs in the gel. So it was good tasting, it was easy to use. Also, the price point is not that bad. I just wish they could give us a little bit more than 15 grams of carbs in the gel. But besides that, I mean, it's a good gel. Coming in on number 2, taking the podium. Number 2 podium range is the High 5. Also surprised me, honestly. It tasted good. The consistency was a little bit watery, but I mean, it goes down very easily, honestly. It's almost like water. So it almost feels like you can have it without water as well. So it's not as overpowering as you would get the goo, which you definitely need to be having water with it. So definitely came in, and also the price point also made sense for what you were getting. So coming in at, number 2 was the High 5 gel. So that was great. Then number 1 is a local baddie. And guys, this was not intentional, really. I just think 32GI is really, it's actually quite a great brand. It's a little bit thick, but I think it really is quite a good brand, which is priced lower. And another consideration could be that they are able to price themselves so much lower because they are not an imported brand. Majority of these other gels come from different countries, and you basically need to pay import duties in order to bring them into the country, which could be what's actually increasing their prices. But 32GI, definitely, the taste was good. I just had a little bit of an issue with the way you open it, which I feel like at some point, if you open it and then the gel spills on your hand, it could get a little bit sticky. But I mean, I guess this water on the root. But also the price point was really 34 rands, I think. It came in at 33.99. Definitely the price point was also on the positive side of things. So I mean, it is a sponsor for Comrades. So I think if you are thinking of running the Comrades Marathon, definitely try it during training. Remember, these gels react differently with different people. So I could use this gel on training and it really doesn't work for my gut, whereas you try it and it really works for you. I mean, it's really heavily on training your gut and making sure that you have used the gels during training and not trying something new on race day, because your body will show you flames. Did you think that 32GI would come in at number 1? I did not think so. I came in, I was just like, yeah, SIS is the best and everything, but I mean, I had to also be a little bit impartial. So that's all I have for you today. Let me know which gel you swear by in the comments below, and I might just try it in the next video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and fuel smart. not sticky. Until I see you in the next video. Bye!